Take the case of an undocumented immigrant from El Salvador, profiled in the Washington Post. He was taken into custody in Texas about a month ago and separated from his 6-year-old daughter the next day.
Ya te van a ir a traer, mi amor.
¿Cuándo?
Es que no han arreglado el avión. Maybelline, ¿tenés amiguitas ahí, mi amor?
No,
¿Ah? ¿Por qué no tenés amigas?
no.
Maybelline. Te amo, mi amor.
Bien, papá.
Josh Partlow is a Mexico City bureau chief for the Washington Post who shared this just gut-wrenching story of separation with this Salvadoran father and his daughter. So, Josh, thank you so much for being with me. And I think what struck me so much about your piece is, it's this perspective from the father. We talk so much about the parents being separated from the kids. It is straight from the father, not knowing where she is. And in the audio we just listened to, it's almost like this dad clearly breaking down, but trying to be brave on the phone for his little girl.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think he's trying to show that he's, to reassure her and to tell her, ask her, see how she's doing. But he ultimately didn't have the information, at least at that point, about where she was, how he could be together with her, what might happen to her, whether she would be deported or he would have to try to go back to the United States. So he was, it was a very raw and desperate moment for him.
So where is she, and what are immigration officials planning to do with her?
So from what we can gather, she's in a shelter in Phoenix, Arizona, run by the company Southwest Keys, which runs a lot of the shelters that are housing these migrant children. She's been able to be in touch with his lawyers who are in Texas, and they're planning to see her in the shelter tomorrow, from what we've heard. But the man in El Salvador also has relatives in Kansas, so there have been a lot of calls between the shelter and the various relatives. The last I heard, he was planning, the man in El Salvador, Arnovis, was planning to go to the capital to meet with the El Salvadoran government today and to see if they could help. So, I think they're in process right now.